Hey guys, I'm Faris Gaskin. Welcome to my channel. In this video, I'll be teaching you how to use a SeekBar in your Android project. A SeekBar is an extension of Progress Bar that adds a draggable thumb. The user can touch the thumb and drag it left or right to set the values. So we'll start our tutorial by creating a new Android Studio project, and I have mine snugly created before. So let's hide this log area for now. I'm not using it. And as with any and every Android project, we'll start by completing the XML first. So what we need over here is a linear layout, another text view, and a SeekBar. So we'll start by going to activity main.xml, go to the Designs tab, click on the Layout palette. So to make things easy, we'll drag the linear layout directly to the component tree and over constraint layout. This will make linear layout a child of the constraint layout. Click the blue plus buttons to ensure that there's no boundary between our linear layout and our constraint layout. Next, we're going to add another text view. So put this inside linear layout, and we'll also drag the default text view into linear layout. And finally, we'll grab a SeekBar widget and put it right under the second text view. So we have three objects over here: first text view, second, and a SeekBar. So I'm going to change the layout width for the second text view to match parent. So this will stretch all three elements from left to right of the screen. So we have that going on. Okay, next we're going to change the ID for each element. The first text view will be called progress, and we'll change the text to dash and dash. Oops, sorry. Second text view will be called SeekBar status, and finally, the text for the second text view will also be dash and dash, and finally SeekBar will be called SeekBar. So I'll just make the B small caps, and we're done. So let's move on to our main activity.kt, and since we're going to use a SeekBar, so on the main class we'll add a comma, and we're going to add a SeekBar listener. So on SeekBar change listener, so as the class turns red, click on it, click on the red bulb and choose implement members. So we're going to use all three, and click OK. So we have now on progress changed, on start tracking touch, and on stop tracking touch. So to make things simple, I'm going to move the on create back to the top of the food chain. Right. Okay, so now we're going to define three new objects that binds to the three objects that we have in our XML. So progress view of the type text view, So we're going to start off the application with a null valued text view, and then another object for the second text bar. So we're going to call this SeekBar status view. Type text view, again null value, and finally the third object. So this time it's for the SeekBar. So SeekBar view of the type SeekBar equals null. So secondly, we're going to bind each object with the corresponding object in the XML file. So progress view equals this dot progress from activity main.xml. Next we have our second object, SeekBar status view equals this dot SeekBar status from activity main, and the last one, SeekBar view equals this dot SeekBar, and also we have SeekBar view dot set on SeekBar change listener. So this binds our SeekBar to the listener. So changed. So first is progress view dot text equals P1 dot toString and SeekBar status view dot text equals tracking touch. Next we're going to onStart tracking touch. So again we're going to display something on the SeekBar status. So we're going to say started tracking touch, and finally SeekBar status view for onStop tracking touch. We're going to say stopped tracking touch. Okay, so that's practically it. Connect your phone to your machine and click run to test it out. Okay, so I have my app running on my phone right now. So I'm going to drag the SeekBar left and right, and as you can see, so we're gonna put this closer. So as you can see, whenever I'm touching, it says tracking touch and it's displaying numbers. So right now it's 63, 32. So it's tracking numbers as I move along. And once I pull up my finger, it says stop tracking touch. So just now, you might have figured out that the SeekBar by default will have a value between 0 to 100. So right now, we're going to spice things up by defining a custom value for our SeekBar. So we're going to set a new range for our SeekBar. So we're going to define the mean value, which is 10 maybe, and the max value we'll put it to 160 maybe, and instead of moving it up one number at a time, we're going to change the SeekBar to move 5 numbers for each pixel. And we're going to set the new value for our SeekBar. So SeekBar view dot max equals max minus min divided by step. And also progress custom equals min plus P1 times step. And instead of p1.toString, it's now going to be progress custom.toString. Okay, so let's try it out. Okay, so I have my app running on my phone, so let's put it closer, and I'm going to touch on SeekBar. Okay, so as you can see, it is now moving 5 numbers at a time, and it's moving beyond 100. So this is your new custom SeekBar. So you can use the SeekBar for a lot of functions, for forms, to define your age, to define your birth year, how many crackers you had today. So it can be quite useful for your app. That's it for now. If you like this video, don't forget to click the subscribe button, and see you guys later in my next tutorials. Thanks for watching.